Put a knife in his throat. Just end it. Hello everyone, today I'm watching The Tale of Michael Malloy by Salmonella Academy. No idea who this guy is, but he sounds American, so let's see what this is about.
Hey kids, time for another riveting tale from the annals of history. Our story begins in New York in 1932 with a man named Michael Malloy.
So 7 years before
Not much
World
was
War
known
II.
about Malloy except for the following. He was around 60 years old, homeless, an alcoholic, Irish, and a former firefighter. So one day, a few guys were hanging out in the local speakeasy, including Tony Marino, the owner of the joint, and a couple of regulars by the names of Francis Pasqua and Daniel Kraus.
So what could this possibly be about? A 60-year-old guy who used to be a firefighter and who's an alcoholic. What could his tale possibly be about?
Iceberg. And who else stumbles in but old Dusty McGee looking to get his morning fix? Marino's like, you know, I've had it up to here with that Michael Malloy character. He never pays his tabs, smells like the crevice behind an unwashed ear, harasses my clientele. Did you know the Hindenburg disaster didn't actually happen? Yeah, it was an inside job by the government to make Big Zeppelin look bad. Personally, I'm glad. One less industry controlled by the fucking Krauts.
The Hindenburg disaster doesn't happen for another 5 years, dumbass.
Ah, bite me. And every day,
Exactly, the Hindenburg didn't happen in 32. Fucking hell.
he ends up like that.
Oh,
So Pasquale's
that's-
like, yikes,
that's gross.
seems like quite the dilemma on your hands. Lucky for
Just
you,
kick him
I've come
out.
up with the perfect solution. Let me
It's
hear
not
it.
that
I
hard.
say we deploy a ploy to destroy that unemployed Malloy. Shut up. Anyway, go on. I'll take out a life insurance policy on him. Then we let him drink as much as he wants. Obviously he's gonna kick it. I mean, look at him. No
okay.
self-control.
An insurance scam, I see. Nice, I like those.
See that? He just drew from the stockpile while there's still moves to be made on the tableau.
Oh, I like that joke.
Then, once he's dead, we get all the money for ourselves. Win-win. The first part of the plan went through without a hitch. Pasqua took out not one, but 3 policies on Malloy's life, with Joseph Murphy, a bartender at Marino's, posing as Malloy's brother and being named as the sole beneficiary. In total, the
Okay.
group stood to gain $3,576, which is like 66 grand in
66 grand, is that? I mean, they're splitting it 4 ways. That's you're getting what, 15, like 16 grand, and that's it. That's nothing. That literally just equates to practically nothing. I mean, if I got 16 grand, I would basically feel like I'm rich because I've never had that much money before. But in reality, that's not going to get you much. It isn't.
today's money. With all that in place, they begin the second part of the plan. Hey, Malloy. Good to see you, man. Say,
Why's his arm red?
What happened to your arm? Yeah, the other day I got in a fight with a goose. Got bit pretty bad. Been leaking pus for about a week now. But hey, I got the bread.
I don't think it's the alcohol that's going to kill him. I think it's the infection he definitely has.
Crumbs. Okay, well anyway, guess what? Your tab now has unlimited credit. Oh, cool. Well, what's that mean? It means you can drink as much as you want and we can't stop you. Bet. Naturally, he orders shot after shot and the gang happily complies. It gets to the point where
What?
Malloy's drinking way more than should be humanly possible. But instead of dropping dead or passing out, after a while he's just like, "Aight. See ya." Within 24
No
hours,
fucking
he's
way.
back at it, giving his liver the equivalent of a Tyson uppercut and being no worse for wear. This went
So does he just have like a incredibly high alcohol tolerance? I mean, he should still drop dead after a few days. Unless he has something with his... Which one of your organs, like, deals with alcohol? Which one was it? I think it's the liver. Maybe his liver is weird. Maybe he's some sort of genetic freak.
on for a few days before the boys were like, alright, we need to up the ante here, and decided to replace Malloy's typical
Spike
shots
it.
with wood alcohol, otherwise known as methanol. Keep in mind, as little as 4% methanol by volume is enough to make a moonshiner go blind, and just 2 shots of the pure stuff should be able to kill a man. But Malloy slammed back just as much as he normally would, totally none the wiser, and was like, still see ya. Anyway, see ya. They tried again for a few more nights, he was fine. Soaked some expired oysters in wood alcohol and fed them to him, he was fine. They gave him a sandwich made from rotten sardines and carpet tacks. Motherfucker asks for another. They were like, alright.
There's no way this is real. This has to be fake. It has to be fake. You could just give him some sort of poison. At this point, you might as well do it because that probably won't even kill him.
This man's got a lead belly. There's got to be something else we can do. So one day after he passed out, they drove him half a mile to the park, tossed him out into the snow, took off his shirt, and soaked his head and chest in water. They drive away thinking
He's still gonna survive.
But when Marino clocked in at the speakeasy the next day, Malloy's already there, just hanging out, barely even sniffling. Finally, they just said fuck it, ran the guy down with their buddy's cab, and backed over him again for good measure. For once, Malloy didn't show up
Just
the
fuck
next
it.
day. The gang was cautiously optimistic.
He's
After
still
all,
alive.
There are 60-year-olds who bite the dust just from one wrong step in the shower.
He's
let
still
alone the force of
alive.
a half-ton of steel going 50 miles an hour. They called all the local hospitals and morgues in an attempt to find where he ended up, but they couldn't get any useful information from anyone. Lo and behold, 5 days later, the guy limps his way on in once again, with a mighty thirst and little memory of the incident. The gang debated just icing some other random drunkard, cause this one's the fucking juggernaut apparently.
Yeah.
But they decided to try one more thing before calling it quits. After Malloy went through his usual blackout routine,
At this point, just straight up murder him. Just kill him. Put a knife in his throat. Just end it.
they took him up to Murphy's room, stuck a gas line in his mouth, wrapped a towel around his face, and turned it on. Within an hour, Malloy finally stopped breathing. After countless attempts on his life, at long last, they were successful. However, as you might have realized, the final method of murder was a far cry from the simple elegance of the original plan,
Yeah.
which is something they never really thought about until it was too late. Hey guys, what's poppin'? My brother, Michael Malloy, is dead. Can I have money now? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. What happened? What? Why did
He
the man
suffocated.
die? Pneumonia? I see. And when can we see the body?
Wouldn't... Okay, so yeah. I mean, I'm quite sure you have to first show the body. They have to check the cause of death and see if it lines up with what you said.
Body exactly.
Never?
So, after a quick medical examination, the men were convicted of first-degree murder and attempted fraud, and subsequently sentenced to death by electric chair. And while the executioner flipped the switch, Malloy's ghost sat in the corner, chowing down on some antifreeze and sardine soles, just laughing his ass off. Moral of the story, life is unpredictable. That's why we have insurance for it in the first place. If you ever commit fraud against life, just know that life's gonna commit a little fraud back. Till next time, I'm Salmonella.
You know, they could have really just probably dumped his body in the ocean and say he just disappeared. But although actually, if he just disappears, they wouldn't give him the money because they can't confirm if he's dead or not. So, I mean, there would be a lot of easy ways for them to still receive the money. But I'm not about to waste any more time debating it. Those people were idiots. Like, subscribe, comment, check out my Discord if you want. The link is down in the description below. And I will see you in the next video.